Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Bird Jitsu. This is my first post of the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about a crash course on your first competition in Jiu-Jitsu. Now, I know competitions can be nerve-wracking. I know you can be really nervous and the adrenaline is pumping, but don't worry about it. I'm going to be talking about it today. First thing I want you to do whenever you're doing the competition or having a competition coming up is having fun. I think having fun for your first ever competition is very important because this is a new experience that you're going into. And I always found the best way to enjoy a first experience is going in there with a positive attitude. Now, a couple ways that you can kind of have fun with it is just focusing on what you as an individual can control. I know that can be a little hard sometimes. You want to win, and I understand that completely. I don't think there's anything wrong with you going into a competition wanting to win. I actually, implore that mindset. I That's how I like to go about it. But whenever you step on the mats, for your first match and you shake hands with your opponent and the timer starts, I just want you to focus on what you can control in this moment and not on what the outcome is going to be. Because if you focus on the outcome, you're going to start, choking, you're going to start, getting a little nervous, and you may miss some opportunities that may arise. So just go out there, have fun. You're with your team, you're with your buddies that you train with. No one's going to, no one's looking at you. No one's gonna like think of you differently if you lose or if or anything like that. So just don't go in there just worried about, about these outcomes and just have fun with it. Number two, after your first match, I would recommend bringing snacks because the reason why I say you should bring some snacks is because your adrenaline is going to be pumping up like crazy. And if you had a really, really insane match where, you guys are just throwing at each other, throwing like a lot of things, you're going to need some snacks to replenish yourself. Now, what are some examples of some snacks? I favor honey a lot because honey is fast digestive and it tastes really, really good. You can also bring some fruits like some berries. You can also bring some bananas as well. And we'll go ahead and put some Pedialytes on here too. I know that's not a snack. I don't know how to spell Pedialytes, so we're just gonna say we're gonna put Ped on here. So we're gonna do that. So Pedialyte. So I would recommend bringing some snacks because, like I said before, you just went through a really, really intense match, and you're going to need to replenish yourself for a potential second match as well. I know if you only have one opponent, sometimes they'll do best two out of three. I think you're always guaranteed at least two matches in tournaments, unless you're doing single elimination. If you're doing single elimination, you might not have to bring any snacks. But no, you should just bring some snacks anyway, even if it's single elimination, because you might win, you might not. I would always just stay prepared just in case. And number three, headphones. You should bring some headphones. Now, there's a misconception here when listening to music that you should listen up to upbeat music to get really motivated before your matches and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna destroy this guy. And I'm listening to really hardcore music. Don't do that because you're gonna get your heart spiking up. And what we want to do is just remain calm. I want you to remain calm, and by doing that, I want you to be listening to like maybe lofi music or like whatever it's called, lo-fi music. Just really nice, slow, relaxing music, maybe some jazz, for instance. If you're into piano stuff, you listen to piano as well. Because this upbeat music is just going to do nothing for you but just get your heart rate up. And I've seen dudes just like jumping around, smacking themselves and listening to like hardcore music. I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? You're just you're going crazy. You're going nuts. And this is also really, really important for in between matches as well. Because if you have headphones, for example, you can really uh, isolate yourself from what's going on and kind of just focus on your breathing and just listen to the nice calm music, just listen to the instruments and just and breathe and just breathe and just relax and get that heartbeat down. And this is definitely going to help with the calm music and not the upbeat music as well. And number 4, you don't have to, but I would also recommend that you record your matches. I think recording your matches is a great idea. I know sometimes it can be embarrassing to look back on footage, but that's what everyone goes through. Sometimes you make mistakes, and that happens. Everyone makes mistakes. I've made mistakes. Dude, I've been submitted in like fucking like 5 seconds. It happens. I think the best thing, one of the best things you do is record and look back on your matches, so you can fix and you can adjust yourself to what you can do for next time if you want to compete again, of course. So, and this is also great too because you can get your coach's insight, um, or maybe some teammates, what they think you can do better as well. And also, you know what? It's also really nice to have, uh, look back on some memories. I think it's really, really nice to just look back on what I think is your first competition as a accomplishment. Because first competitions, dude, you know, I think you should take a lot of pride in doing this sort of thing because this is you're putting yourself out there and you're doing something very challenging. You're going against someone that you've never met before, and it's really nerve-wracking. Honestly, it really is nerve-wracking. So I think recording it has a lot of benefits of, looking back on it and also just something to be proud of. And also, if you hit a highlight on someone, you can post that. I'm just kidding. You don't have to. But yeah, this is kind of like a little bit of a crash course, what I think you should do for your first competition. Now, you don't have to listen to me, you don't have to take my advice, but this is kind of what my insight is. I've competed many, many times before, and I made a lot of mistakes in my competitions, but at the same time, I think overall this experience right here has been worth it. So that's what I recommend you doing for your first competition. Go out there, have some fun. Um, yeah, man. And it's great, great to do it.